1991, I came home from church one Sunday, and my wife went to make lunch, and I went into the bedroom to take off my suit jacket and tie, and I sat down on the edge of the bed. I just laid myself back in the bed, and as soon as my head touched the bed, I was in heaven. I was totally filled with peace and joy to the overflow. I mean, unbelievable peace and joy. Just like I was in a complete state of heavenly bliss. And the first words that come out of my mouth, not even knowing where I was or what was going on, but being spontaneous, the first words that come out of my mouth is, "Lord, if this is you, I said, Lord, if this is heaven, this is all I need." And then I looked and realized I was in the heavens somewhere looking down upon the earth, and I could see the earth down there. And I realized that if I took a couple of steps, I could walk across the face of the earth. And then I began to hear these radio and TV broadcasts. It's like every radio and TV news show that was on, I was hearing. And I was hearing it all at the same time. And at the same time, I was seeing destruction upon the earth. I was seeing earthquakes and tornadoes and floods and famines, and the news was talking about the financial times that we're in, and all this stuff. I was seeing all these things. And then there was this one earthquake that was very large. How this could happen, I don't know. It couldn't happen in the physical, but in the spirit it can. I saw this one earthquake, and I remember I looked closely at it, looking, and the earth had just opened up, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, that's a deep earthquake. Wow, that's a big guy. And I was thinking this sort of stuff, but I was way up in heaven, but yet I could come down there and see this close. And the same with people in the news media and that sort of stuff. And I could be there, and I'd be, I'm still in heaven. I don't know how that works, but anyway. Then I saw this wall, a black wall of cloud. It was across the horizon to the east. And it was not touching the earth yet, but it was coming toward the earth. And it was coming gradually. It was coming very slowly. I knew it was coming very slowly. And this was in 1991. And but then things began to be communicated to me. One thing was that this was a wall of destruction. And then when it touched the earth, wherever it touched, it was just destruction, utter, total destruction. And it was horrific. It was this thing was evil, and it was coming towards the earth, and it was communicated to me. The word that was spoken to me, not verbally, just communicated. The word was, "This cannot be stopped." The other things that were communicated to me was wherever it passed was total and utter destruction. And the earth is a round ball type thing, and this thing has come towards it. And when it touches the earth, it crosses over, and the more of the earth it crosses over, the larger it gets. And these things I knew, although I didn't actually see it yet, but it wasn't on the earth yet, it was still coming towards the earth. And then I had I heard a voice over my left shoulder, and the voice said, "Have no fear, for this will not touch you." That was the first audible voice that I had heard, but I heard this audible voice over my left shoulder. "Have no fear, for this will not touch you." I turned to see the voice, and poof, I was back in my body. I wasn't allowed to see the Lord or the angel, whatever it was. As soon as I turned to see where the voice came from, I was back in my body on my bed. And but I was still completely filled with this overwhelming peace and joy. That peace and joy drained from me very slowly. It was like it was a 3-day hourglass, and the sand draining through a 3-day hourglass. It took 3 days for me to come back to my normal state. That's how I knew how this was from God.